I'll be 90 years old with a mic and a cane, rocking the crowd while we're praising his name. All my kids rolling in the station wagon, jumping out the car with the kids all rapping. I make big fat hits, big fat beats. I rock old school rhymes, old school sneakers. I make the hip hop banging in your boombox, the good stuff that makes the devil shake in his socks. I'm proud and traditional, a microphone doctor that's professional. Operate on the big beats, the best. Live by the gospel, oh yes, yes. With the big crucifix around my neck. When the devil come a bugging, he got to hit the deck and get out, cause the tricks I don't need. If lies were laid, he'd be a centipede. So I flow with the power from the Holy Spirit and turn the speakers up so everybody can hear it. Oh yes, like that. Rhyme smoother than a Cadillac. 90 years old with the mic and the cane, rocking the crowd while we're praising his name. 90 years old with the mic and the cane, hands in the air like that, like that. Now praising his name like that, like that. 90 years old with the mic and the cane, rocking the crowd while we're praising his name. All my kids rolling in the station wagon, jumping out the car with the kids all rapping. 90 years old with the mic and the cane, rocking the crowd while we're praising his name. All my kids rolling in the station wagon, jumping out the car with the kids all. So I rap to the beat of a different drummer. If I lied to compete, I feel dumber and dumber. I make tracks, the type to give you goosebumps. Extra large rhymes, supersized bumps. Eat it up and you're ready to move. Heat it up and you're ready to groove. I ride it on a Thursday, track it on a Friday, mix it on a Saturday, it's ready by Sunday. So I attack the mic to bring light and tell the evil in this world to take the hike. Make it a long one and keep on walking, cause in this heart of mine, the words of truth will do the talking. City of angels, where I live is LA. To be more like that name, I hope and pray. High level building thoughts like a rock so they stand. Build your life on faith, not on shame. 90 years old with the mic and the cane, rocking the crowd while we're praising his name. 90 years old with the mic and the cane, hands in the air like that, like that. Now praising his name like that, like that. 90 years old with the mic and the cane, rocking the crowd while we're praising his name. All my kids rolling in the station wagon, jumping out the car with the kids all rapping. 90 years old with the mic and the cane, rocking the crowd while we're praising his name. All my kids rolling in the station wagon, jumping out the car with the kids all rapping. 10 deep in a station wagon, my whole family with the hands in the air, bumping that Nick T stuff, giving praise, praising his name. 'Cause that's what it's about, man. Life, that's living.
What is going on?
Oh yeah.
This is I guess a slower intro. I don't know if I like it yet or not. Try to change it up a little bit. Once it gets going, it's pretty awesome, but so slow to start. See, look at it. There we go. Anyway, today is Friday, September 25th, 2020. It is bright and shiny, 10 a.m. I think it's nice out. My curtains are still closed, so I don't really know. It's been kind of a slow start for me this morning as well. I've been gone for a couple of weeks. I apologize. I appreciate, though, that I still have followers. There's still people watching today, including what looks like a couple of trolls, but we'll see how that goes. I have to kind of figure out how to moderate this as I go, I guess. Yeah, still good. But anyway, today's gonna be a good show. I got my good friend Nichole Stephen on today. Nichole and I grew up together. I think she is easily one of my oldest friends, and not age-wise, because she's not a day over 20. But we've known each other, I would say, since we were in first grade, I think. And I have very, very vivid memories of Nichole in first grade, which I'm sure she won't want me to share today. But before we start into things, I want to go and give some love to my sponsors. I've got a couple of sponsors that I've got to acknowledge here. Let's see here. Where did it go? You take 2 weeks off and all of a sudden you're rusty and things. Sponsors. There we go. Okay. So a huge thank you to Tranquility and Company. Head to www.tranquo.com for all of your quality handmade candles and soaps. A business that is run by my wife and daughter. Rock Solid Solutions. Head to Stone Builds Best. www.stonebuildsbest.com for Rock Solid Solutions. All wholesale pricing and the lowest that I've known of in Connecticut. And I can tell you that we've used those stones as well for quite a few projects now around the property, and I absolutely love it. And last but not least, there's two more. French River Auto Detailing. The greatest detailer around, if you ask me. Head over and like them on Facebook and all of the socials. And last but not least, this episode of Let's Talk is powered by Poddex. If you go to poddex.com, use checkout code danapeloso, you'll get 10% off of your purchase. And that said, give me 1 second here. I'm telling you, this is like week one all over again.
Mop, 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 all day long. Mop, 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 while I sing this song. Gonna wax that floor. Gonna make it shine. Gonna take that paint off with Norwex.
That's right, Nichole Stephen. Hi, Nichole. How are you?
Hi.
She is the sales guru, if you will, with Norwex. Hopefully, I will be soon as well. I will use this moment to announce that I am now selling these products as well. Which it's funny because we were talking about it last night, Nichole, and tell me, so first of all, before we get into the whole Norwex stuff, tell me about yourself. Who are you? Tell me about your family. Where do you live? What do you do?
So my name is Nichole Stephen. Most people call me Nikki. I live in Narragansett, Rhode Island with my boyfriend, Matthew. And we've been together forever. We're just not married. We have
You gotta fix that.
Son,
Say it again.
and
I talked over you. Sorry.
we have a 12-year-old son, and we have a 1.5-year-old daughter. I'm a busy mom. I'm working part-time. I work at the 99, actually still in Norwich, Connecticut. I just can't leave there because they're my family.
There you go.
Yeah, so that's about it. I mean, I hated cleaning.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, so actually, my mom kept telling me, my mom's used Norwex for probably 2 or 3 years now. She kept telling me about these cloths you just clean with water, and I was like, I don't have time for that. I just bleach everything. And like, that doesn't even make sense to me.
Right. Well, which
So
you're going to have to obviously explain that, because I didn't quite understand it. I was less of a skeptic than my wife, but I'm sure
yeah,
she'll love to hear the explanation as well.
yeah. So I am like a natural born skeptic. I need to be like, I need stuff proven to me because it
Sure.
doesn't make any sense. So my mom actually was like, "Oh, well, I got you the mop for your birthday." And I was like, "Oh, great." And I was thinking in my head, like, I hate cleaning. Who gets someone a mop for their birthday? Like, this is the worst gift ever.
Oh, that's funny.
And so I didn't know how to use it. She told me to watch some YouTube videos. I watched the YouTube videos and I was like, this is not going to work. Like, I have a golden retriever who sheds like 80 pounds of hair a day. I have 2 kids. We live by the beach. So there's sand in our house like constantly. I was like, there's no way this is going to work. So I didn't use it like how they say. And I vacuumed first because I didn't trust that it was going to get everything up before I vacuumed. And so I vacuumed and then I used their dry pad, like you use that instead of sweeping or vacuuming. And I was blown away with how much it picked up sand and dog hair and stuff after I had vacuumed. And then our whole downstairs is hardwoods. And I think I mopped the whole downstairs in like 15 minutes.
Wow.
And so I was blown away. I actually called some of our friends. I called Brittany Montigny. I called Sarah Liebel, and I was like, I don't know what this magic mop is, but you need to get it. So they were like, yeah, get us a mop. So I called my mom to find out how to get it, and she was like, oh, you have to have a party. And I was like, ugh, like I was like, I don't want to do that. So I had joined like a couple of direct sales companies in the past, not really to make money, but because I like their products. And I was terrible. Like when it came down to the sales, I liked the products, but people would be like, oh, I want to buy that from you. And I'd be like, you don't want to buy it from me. Like it's too expensive. Like, here's a cheaper version and I'll just give you all this stuff. Like I just was terrible. I don't know. I didn't consider myself like a salesperson at all. Um, but having joined those other companies in the past, I knew that you got the most stuff
Mhm.
if you sign up for the least amount of money. So when I finally got in touch with my mom's Norwex lady at the time, I was like, just sign me up on your team. And she was like, what? Okay. I told her I wasn't going to do any parties. I just wanted the stuff. And then my sister-in-law, I actually brought my stuff over to her house because I was so excited about it. And I just started like running through her house, like, and look, you can clean it like this and this. And she was like, well, I want to have a party. And I was like, I guess I'll do a party with you. Like, I know most of her friends and everything. So
Yeah.
I did it. I think I was shaking through the whole thing. I brought my baby at the time and she cried through the
Oh no.
whole party. I was so embarrassed. And I think the party ended up doing like $1,500 in sales. I
Wow.
actually had a lot of fun. And some of her friends were like, oh, I want to do a party. And that's just like, it kind of snowballed from there.
Okay.
I didn't really I wasn't really into recruiting anyone or anything like that. And then in March, I had 6 people just be like, oh, I want to join your team. So I kind of magically had a team within within a matter of a couple of weeks. And Dana signed up onto my team today. So I actually have 16 people on my
Woohoo.
team now.
So
So
now, how is this different than any other? I guess any other pyramid scheme? Is it seems to me like
yeah,
it works better, but I tell me more.
that's a really good question. So there's actually like everybody kind of says like pyramid scheme, right?
Right. Right.
Everything is that. There aren't really pyramid schemes around anymore. Like pyramid schemes, they didn't really sell anything. They were just trying to get people to get under their team, and then that was it.
Okay.
Like the products were kind of second. Like, I don't know. I went to a thing one time. I didn't even know what they were selling. I was like, but what are we selling? And they were like, don't worry about that. We'll get to that later. And I was like, I kind of want to know. I mean, obviously I didn't sign up for that, but those aren't really around anymore. The government's really cracked down on that. They're actually very strict about different stuff like that now. There's also MLMs, and I'm not quite like sure on what all those are. But again, you can like build a team and you're making money off of your team. You're still selling products, but you're making money off your team. Norwex is none of those things. So we're actually just a direct sales company. Everyone who signs up gets a discount. So it's a 35% discount. You sell your products at full retail price and you get that 35% discount back. So that's kind of how that works. But I can't make money if I'm not making sales.
Okay.
So I have sales requirements. I do get a small commission once you get up to a certain point. You do get a small commission for leading a team, but I still have to hit my sales goals. I have to support my team. Like if I'm not supporting them, then I don't get that. So it's really kind of like a regular company. They've just taken the brick and mortar store out of it.
Okay. So you said you mentioned MLMs, which is a multi-level marketing. I guess I don't want to say scheme, but in effect that so it's basically I make money if you make money, or vice versa rather. Or in this instance, I just signed up for Norwex. You would make money off of me making money, but that's not what you do here.
So I do make a small, like I've promoted up into the company. So I'm on the 3rd level. So I do make a small commission off for you, but I have sales goals that I have to meet. And if I don't meet those goals, and if I don't have a certain amount of people on my team make those goals, then I don't get that commission.
Okay. So I guess then the difference being between Norwex and an MLM would be just the simple fact that each individual has their own, I guess, their own goals, if you will, or.
Yeah. So like I can't just build a team and then sit back and do nothing.
Okay.
I have to be active in the company. I have to be supporting you guys.
So you've taken on more of a management role.
And I still have to be doing my own sales. Like I can't just sit back and let my team do it for me.
Right. Okay. So it's more of like a management role where you're still doing the job, but you're also kind of overseeing how other people are doing, and so if you have somebody that's slacking, if you will, for lack of better terms, you're going to kind of step in and hold their hand through it, or how's that work?
Right. Some people I do. So everybody's like their own boss.
Okay.
I'm not anybody's boss, like a manager, but that's a good way to kind of look at it. I like some people come to me every day. They ask me for questions.
Sure.
Some people just do their own thing. I don't really talk to them that much. They don't want me to talk to them. That's fine. Like I'm just here to support everyone.
I'll still talk to you. Don't worry.
Support people, and I actually like the team that is above me. The women that are above me are just they're amazingly supportive. They're amazingly successful. I guess that is another thing. When I started, a couple of the other companies I had been on, they were like, oh, my boss's boss's boss, has a car, and somebody I know went on a trip.
Right.
Like for me, like the team that I'm on, the women who are one step above me, they go on trips every year. They their sales are incredible. So it's not like, oh, this can't happen. When I signed up, my leader Julia was like, oh, you could leave your job. I was like, yeah, okay. Sure, I'll leave my job. Less than a year into it, I am covering my bills and making as much as I was at my job. I've cut back at my job a little bit. I haven't left it.
Okay.
But I thought that was like crazy. And it really wasn't.
Yeah. No, and the thing is for me personally, if I had heard that same, that everything you just said, if I heard that from somebody I didn't know, I would probably, yeah, okay, pal. But I know you know what I mean? So, we've grown up together. We've been through a lot together. And I've watched you flourish within the company. So it's not even like it's, just this, anomaly that someone's talking about that I've never seen.
Right.
I watched it happen. So, so for you to, to give you the backstory, or to give anybody watching the backstory as to why I'm involved in it, if you will now, One, because I can't ever take on enough side hustles because that's who I am. If anybody who knows me knows that's all I do. But that too, my wife is dying to find toilet bowl cleaner. Okay. And, allegedly, I haven't fact checked her claims yet, but allegedly, toilet bowl cleaner is completely sold out in all stores in all of greater New England area. And she has to drive to New York or
Really?
something. Yeah, no,
See, I didn't even know that.
yeah. So she ended up getting the, like the blue tabs that you drop into the tank and it smells like, like a high school bathroom. She she got those, which I can't even tell you how upset about it she was, but she didn't like it. But thankfully she did, because we found there's a large leak in our upstairs bathroom toilet.
Oh, no.
Yeah, which I mean, I thought I heard, dripping here and there, but I couldn't pinpoint where it's coming from because, you got kids in the house, the noise
Right.
doesn't stop. So, thankfully I have a lake of blue that ran behind my toilet, and I was able to figure out that there's a leak there. So the parts just came in today, and so that'll be repaired shortly. But that said, what do you have for toilet bowl cleaner? How can I make my wife happy?
So we do have a toilet bowl cleaner.
Okay.
Um,
Is it more than just like hope and dreams, thrown at a toilet, or, is there, what do you have?
so I'll talk. So let me talk about like what Norwex is
Sure.
first.
Yeah,
and then we'll
absolutely.
get into the toilet bowl
Listen,
cleaner.
I'm sorry. It's been about a week and a half of me worrying about my life, at the hands of my wife at this point. So,
Yeah.
all I want to know about is the toilet bowl cleaner. But all right, as long as you assure me we'll get to that, tell me about Norwex
We'll
as a
get
whole.
to that. So Norwex is an international company. It actually stands for Norwegian Experience. So we're started in Norway.
Okay.
Most people around here are like, I've never heard of this, and that's not really surprising. It's in about 2% of homes in the U.S. It came over. The company was started in the 90s, which I don't know about you, but I feel like that was like 3 years ago.
Oh yeah,
But it
last
was
week.
like almost 30 years ago.
Oh,
So they've been around for a long time. They kind of came over to Canada and they've trickled their way down. We don't have a ton of consultants in New England, so we're kind of like a little black hole over here. Our home base is in Texas, so a lot of our consumable products are actually made in the U.S.
okay.
What else? Oh, so they've been around for a long time, and what they do is it's basically we started as a microfiber company.
Okay.
So there's a few different ways of cleaning. So there's chemically cleaning. That's how we traditionally clean in the United States. There's mechanical cleaning, which is what we do with Norwex. And then there is thermal cleaning.
Okay.
Which is with heat. So I like to think of it as like a garden. I like to think of the germs as a weed. If you went out and sprayed your, garden, sprayed your weeds with Roundup, that's going to be like chemically cleaning. You're spraying chemicals on there. Eventually, the weed is going to die, and you're going to be left with a garden full of toxic chemicals and a dead weed, or a dead germ body, as I like to think of it. Same with thermally cleaning. Like I had a steam mop before, and I liked that it was, killing stuff as I was using it, but it didn't really clean very well. Like I feel like it just kind of pushed everything around. And so that would be like in your garden, if you took some boiling water, you went out and threw it on the weed, eventually it would die, but you still have that weed body there. Who knows what else, what else you've, destroyed in your garden. And then you have mechanically cleaning. So that's what we do with Norwex. And that would be like if you went out into the garden, you picked the weed up, took it out by the roots, got all of it out, threw it away. It's gone. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about, any chemical residues left in there or anything like that. So that's what we do with Norwex.
Still resulting in dead weed bodies.
Yeah, and no dead weed bodies.
Okay.
So Norwex's main mission is to drastically reduce the amount of chemicals in our homes. they really strive to be the best company in the world, which company doesn't, right?
Right.
But they also strive to be the best company for the world. So they're really into taking care of their consultants and taking care of their customers, but also they do a lot of behind the scenes things, which I actually think as a consultant they should share more, because like I know about it because I get our newsletters and stuff, but I feel like they should share it more. They're really active with companies like Sea Bins, which gets all the plastics out of the oceans. They're involved. They donated when the whole COVID thing happened. Being an international company, they actually used their power to get their hands on 1 million masks, which they distributed around the United States.
But did it get flown in on the Patriots airplane?
Yeah, they did. Yeah. Yeah, Robert Kraft helped with that too.
Oh, really?
I think
Yeah.
so. Yeah, I think he was involved in that situation. But
All right.
yeah, they're just a really great company. So they have 5 main products. That's like what the kind of the starting point, and then they kind of branch out and get into your toilet roll cleaner and stuff like that. So I like to tell people to imagine if I told you right now you had to go and get every single cleaner like out of your house that you use to clean your house. So like your granite cleaner, your all-purpose cleaner, your scrubbers, your paper towels, everything, including your laundry detergent. Like, it's a lot. I can tell you because I took all that out of my house, and I was so surprised. It was like 2 huge Rubbermaid containers.
Oh.
So
So
I was like, I didn't realize how many different places we had things tucked. And,
oh gosh,
we had wood cleaner and all this other stuff. So
yeah.
This is like what my cleaners look like now. These 5 things. This is actually stuffed so you can see it all. It's called the Safe Haven 5, and I clean 90% of my house with just these 5 products and water.
So Alex wants to know, he said that aside from cleaning his house with nuclear explosives helping global warming, he said that his wife cleans his house with vinegar. He hates vinegar, and he needs a good cleaner that is not vinegar.
Yeah. So vinegar stinks, right? So that's good. Like, she's trying to get rid of those chemicals, but vinegar has the problem. It stinks. A lot of people use these. You can't even get your hands on these right now, right?
I like how you covered up the actual label of it.
Oh, I have to.
I know. That's great.
My son actually made this for me.
That's great.
I just had a white piece of paper on there, and he was like, "That's really ugly. I'll make you something cool." So, but the problem with these is that most people don't use these correctly. There's actually directions on how to use them.
So you're telling me that I shouldn't be cleaning my toilet with those and flushing them down into the septic tank?
Oh, you should not be doing that. But just things like, I'm not going to read all of them.
Yeah, sure.
But to clean, like to sanitize or disinfect, you're supposed to pre-clean the surface. What? Because I used to use these to clean everything, and I use these to clean.
Right.
So you're supposed to pre-clean the surface. You're supposed to use enough fresh wipes to thoroughly wet the surface. So I would usually use one wipe to like wipe down my whole counter.
Yeah, especially with the cost of that stuff.
The surface must remain wet for the entire contact time. And so there's different contact times. If you're sanitizing, it's 10 seconds. If you're disinfecting, it's supposed to be wet for 4 minutes.
Oh, wow.
So like, I don't even know how many wipes that is. But like, people are using these like crazy right now, and they're basically doing nothing because they're not using them correctly. So, I mean, if you can't give these up, just make sure that you're using these the correct way. At least.
But they don't smell like vinegar.
They don't. But you also, if you're anything that comes in contact with food or your mouth, you're actually supposed to clean the surface after you use these too.
Wait, so
it says right on here.
So after you clean, you have to clean.
Hazardous to humans and domestic animals.
Huh.
Like, So, so the vinegar is a better choice than that, but I have some water is better than the vinegar.
Okay.
So I'll show you the first item in the Safe Haven 5 is the Enviro cloth, and that's like that was our first product, and it's our main product. It's just a microfiber cloth. There are a few things that set us apart from like microfiber you can buy online or microfiber you could buy, at the Target or something like that. So it's not your dad's chamois, Um,
And by your dad's chamois, you mean mine, right? Because I've got 3 of them.
yeah, right. So the first thing that sets us apart is that to be considered microfiber, the fibers have to be 1/6 of a human hair, and Norwex guarantees that ours are at least 1/200th of a human hair.
Wow.
So I like to think of it like you can have 6 people helping you clean, or you can have 200 people helping you clean.
That's what...
because because they're so tiny and so microscopic, they can get into any like little nook and cranny, and they're going to remove 99% of bacteria when properly used and cared for.
So here's my thing with the 99% of bacteria, right?
Yep.
Everyone says it. Listerine. Why don't I clean my counters with Listerine? It says it kills 99% of all bacteria.
I don't know.
Oh, listen, I appreciate your honesty then.
No, you're not cleaning with Listerine.
No. I've got horrible stories about Listerine, but that's a different day and not for live viewing.
Oh my goodness.
So all right, so now let's so Alex hates vinegar. My wife hates microfiber. Now she has what I would like to call an irrational fear of it, because truly when it comes into the laundry basket, she's holding it with the pincher fingers and launching it at me, and every so often I try to stick it right on top of her pillow, so that way when she goes to lay down, it's great. I sign my own death warrants, put it that way.
So that's actually not an uncommon thing.
Really?
Erin's a nurse, right?
Yeah, a weird one.
So she probably washes her hands a lot.
Oh,
right?
yeah. Oh, yeah.
So is her fear of the microfiber the feel of it on her dry hands?
Yeah, I'd say. Well, I don't know if it's on her dry hands, but or I've got so many jokes, man. My wife will murder me though.
So I will say that once you get them damp, they don't get that
the scratchy
feeling under your hand.
Okay.
I do know some people stick a glove on.
All right.
We do have some different weaves, so I'll show you with some of our other products. They're all weaved differently, so they have different feels depending on what they're used for.
Okay.
So another thing, why this is better than your chamois is that there's actually 10 million feet of fiber in this one cloth.
Come on.
So if you unravel this, it would actually go from the Canadian border all the way down to the Gulf of Mexico. So it's got some weight to it. I mean, this is damp. It's been wrung out. It's heavy. All of our microfiber holds 7 times its weight in water. So it's super absorbent. And then the third thing is our patented backlock technology. So they actually infuse silver into the fiber when they're making it. Okay. And what that does is inhibits bacterial growth, mold, mildew, all the nasty stuff. If you've ever had like a towel that you left by the sink or something,
oh gosh,
that, like, stink, right?
Yeah.
You can smell the bacteria in it.
Yeah. The dirt smiling at you.
So you're just like rinse it under hot water. When you're done, you scrub it up against itself to let it release whatever gunk is in there. And then all of our products have these tags on them.
Okay. And
you hang it up to dry. And once it goes from wet to dry, that silver goes to work and actually self-purifies the cloth.
Oh, come on. It's awesome.
So I'm going to show you, because I know Erin's a little skeptical and everybody's like, what are you talking about?
Right. Yeah.
So I kind of was trying to figure out for a while, like what would be a good simulation of like, you know, kids' fingerprints and cooking grease and dog prints and stuff like that. So I came up with some Vaseline.
Okay.
Let me see.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm gonna stick it on a mirror here. The mirror is already dirty, but that was probably more than I needed to use, but that's okay. So like normally you would use, you know, your window cleaner, do
Yeah.
a couple sprays here, and your paper towels. You know this is like a disaster, right? This is
Sure.
gonna take you forever. It's still on there. It's smearing it all around. So to be fair, I'm gonna put a little more on there.
Okay. I just want to point out that this is exactly what I had asked you to do. I wanted an infomercial. You said no. I've got my infomercial. Thank you. I now have.
It's hard if you don't see it at work, right?
Yeah, it's Billy Mays incarnate. I love it.
So this is a cool thing. So you're not gonna like. I think of my mom like cleaning when we were little, right? She scrunched the rag all up or whatever was cleaning.
Yeah.
For these, you're gonna fold them in a quarter so they're nice and flat. The more surface you have, the more the cloth is working for you and the less work you have to do.
Okay.
So, and then also like you can clean with this side. When that gets dirty, clean with this side, then you unfold it, you have 4 more sides. So basically you have 8 clean surfaces to clean with before you have to go back over to the sink and rinse it out and then keep going. My sister actually challenged herself. She cleaned her whole kitchen with one cloth without rinsing it out.
Come on.
I should have had her take a video of
Yeah.
it, but it was just like a personal challenge she had
Sure.
for herself. So you can see I put some more on there.
Yeah.
And you're just gonna keep it flat and wipe it. And that's it. It's clean. So any shiny surfaces, it's still gonna be wet. So we have our second cloth, that's a window cloth.
Okay.
And that's gonna be for drying. And that's just gonna dry that water off to a streak-free shine. So I think you can see how clean it is.
When you brought out that purple one, you should have dropped the but wait, there's more.
But I know. I have more.
Awesome.
So these two kind of go together. Like you don't really want one without the other.
Okay.
But this replaces all of your disinfecting wipes, your all-purpose cleaner, your granite cleaner, your glass cleaner. You can clean everything with this. You can wood, painted surfaces. The only thing you're not going to want to use it on is like anti-glare surfaces. So you're not going to want to use it on your TV or your laptop or your glasses. We actually have special cloth for that, just because this can take the coating off of it actually. And then this you're going to use on any of your shiny surfaces after you clean with this. So you can your mirror, your stainless steel, your windows, your glass, chrome, anything that's shiny basically that will show those water spots after, you're just going to want to use this to dry it to a streak-free shine. So then the third like main product in our Safe Haven 5 is going to be the dusting mitt. And so I don't know about you, but like I hate dusting.
Nikki, can I hold you up for 1 second? So Erin finally decided to join us. Ugh. But
Hi, Erin.
she missed the part that you explained that it is in fact microfiber, but her bizarre ways of life can be circumvented to still use this.
Right. And it's not weird that like that's not
Don't support this. It is. It's bizarre. She makes fun of me for not liking adhesives, like duct tape. It absolutely skeeves me out, and she mocks me for it. And here's here's microfiber girl here, right? The newest superhero.
Well, a lot of people have that, but our microfiber is pretty high quality. These are pretty tightly woven, so you don't get that like sticky feeling on your hands when you use it. You're going to use it wet, so once it's damp, it really doesn't have that feeling at all. And then like this purple cloth I just showed, this is so tightly woven. It's actually really soft. It's not, it doesn't get that sticky. It doesn't stick to your skin.
Sure. And then Alex said the worst case scenario is wear gloves.
Or you could wear a glove.
Yeah. Or you could suck it up and just clean the house. I'm going to get punched for that.
And So this is like our third product is the dusting mitt, and you can see this is actually really fluffy. So
Okay.
there's all different kinds of microfiber. But I know I can like remember that feeling. I had like a cheap microfiber cloth and
Yeah.
it would like stick to my hands and I hated it. So
Well,
I get why people feel that way.
I just bought a whole
Also,
package of
like,
them. I should
also
send them back.
sticking some lotion on your hands right before you use it too, that can help too.
Oh,
But
all right.
you can see this is not like sticking to my hand at all.
No.
So the dusting, like I hate dusting, and I used to just be like, whatever, it's a little dusty in here. And then once I joined Norwex, like the chemical aspect to me was not really that important. I figured if they could sell it in a grocery store, it was safe for my family. And then after I joined Norwex, like I joined because it saved me time and money. Anything that can make cleaning easier for me and make me have to do less of it, like I'm all about. But once I started learning about the chemicals and how bad they are, like the things, chemicals actually connect themselves like to dust. And then we're breathing that in. So I was kind of mortified when I found out like how bad a dusty home can be for you.
Really? I just
and then like the
I just dusted with this.
That's up in the air too, so you're breathing that in. And dusting sprays are great, right? They're made like they attract dust. That's what they're made to do. So you stick that on the rag or whatever, and it attracts all the dust. But the problem with that is now that residue is left on whatever you just sprayed, and you're attracting dust to whatever, your dining room table or something like that. So when you start using these, you'll actually find that you have to dust less.
Okay.
There's I used to use the throw out dusters. I won't put the I won't put the brand name out there, but you know, I would go through like a bunch in a day to dust. This just has a really good I don't know, design, I guess you could say.
And it looks fun.
My son, like my 12-year-old, doesn't even mind if I tell him to go dust. He's like fine with it because he usually puts on, I'll show you what he does because I have another one here. He puts 2 of them on and then he runs around the house like Karate Kid, like dust on, dust off.
That's great.
It makes it really easy. And then the cool thing, like a lot of our products do like multiple things. So like this is great for dusting. I have one of these in my beach bag. It's great for getting the sand off our hands and feet. I use these, you can get it wet, and I wash all of my window screens in minutes. Like that used to be a huge project in our house. We'd take all the screens out, we'd spray them down. Like now I just go run my hand over it with a wet cloth and it's done. All the pollen and dirt and whatever else is stuck on there is gone.
Okay.
So I kind of want to talk about now, like how to take care of it, because some people are like, "Oh, that's great," but like, how do I take care of this? So
yeah, that was actually my next question.
You can just throw it in the washer and dryer.
And that doesn't damage it at all?
No. So there's like there's a few rules. You're not going to want to use bleach because the bleach will break down the fiber and then it'll make it ineffective. You don't want to put it in with super linty things. So you might not want to put it in with like your fluffy sweatshirt or something like that, because the lint will actually stick into the microfiber and it's a pain to pull off.
Okay.
And then the third thing is you're not going to want to use any dryer sheets or fabric softener. How those work are those actually coat whatever, you use them on. They leave a coating on there. And so that's going to make it so they're not absorbent. And so they don't, that backlock technology will be covered and it won't be able to purify the cloth for you.
Okay.
But that's it. You throw them in the washer and dryer. Most of the time, depending on what I'm cleaning, like if I'm out in public and I'm wiping stuff down, then I'll usually throw those in the wash when I get home.
Okay.
But if I'm just like wiping up, I don't know, some milk or something off the counter, I just go over, run this under hot water, scrub it against itself, wring it out and dry it up, and then it's ready to use again. I use, I'd say I probably do a load like once a week. Some of this stuff, like the dusting mitt, I don't know, like once a month.
Oh, okay. So you're just talking about in general the cleaning stuff once a week, because I'm lucky if we're lucky if the washer and dryer stop once a week.
Right, right. So actually, I don't know what just happened, but I've actually cut down on my laundry a ton because we use like their towels and stuff like that. So they all self-purify. So I'm finding that I'm doing less laundry. But we do recommend when you're washing the stuff to use our laundry detergent, and that's actually included in the Safe Haven 5. So you actually get your choice. You can use the liquid laundry detergent or the powdered laundry detergent, and
Okay.
this is actually a half bag. So the bag that you would get is actually double the size of this. These are not only dye-free and fragrance-free, but they're also filler-free. So when you're cleaning your fibers, after a while, if you're not using a filler-free detergent, that's going to gunk up your fibers, and your cloths aren't going to work as well. And that actually happens to your clothes too. So, you get that, like, I don't know, sometimes they get like a gunky smell.
I hate when my shirts don't clean the house appropriately. No, but I know what you're talking about. It smells.
No.
My wife would say it smells sour.
Yeah, exactly. So these are like two great choices. It kind of depends on what, just your preference. The powder, this is actually an international product. So there's like a little chart back here, but we always say in the US to throw the scoop out because our water quality that we use to wash our clothes in the United States is way better quality than most other countries use to wash their clothes in, which is, I don't know how I feel about it. I'm kind of sad about it.
Yeah, no, you're not kidding.
But depending on your washing machine and whether you have hard water or soft water, most people
got
find
Webster
that they
water.
can use like a teaspoon of this. So this lasts like forever. Not forever, but like a family of 4, this usually would last them about 3 months.
3 months out of that bag?
Yeah, so this is a half bag, but it's double this size. But yeah, when you're only pulling a teaspoon out of here,
that's crazy.
It lasts quite a long time.
I think you're gonna have Aaron sign up just for that.
So yeah, right, just for the laundry detergent. So Dana, you can also sprinkle some of this in your toilet bowl.
Oh, Aaron, take notes.
It's gonna clean your toilet bowl.
So you're using the laundry detergent to scrub the doo-doo pot.
I don't scrub anything.
Oh, all right. Very well.
I throw it in there. I let it sit for, I don't know. Like I usually sprinkle it in each toilet, and then I go back to the first one. We have a toilet.
A little wand scrubber.
Wand.
Yeah.
It's made out of a thermoplastic rubber, and it's got the silver in it too.
Wait a minute. Does that come with? Is that a Norwex product?
It's a Norwex product.
Oh, get out! That's awesome.
So I usually go up and then I just wipe the bowl around, give it a swish in there, and then I'm done.
So you're telling me that I can get rid of that little wire brush that Aaron's been hitting me with because I can't get any more.
She's hitting you with it?
This is my life. I'm not safe here.
And then we have a bathroom spray that I dilute down into into a spray bottle like
a bathroom spray, huh?
And I spray like the seat and stuff like that with that.
Oh, okay. I was thinking a deodorizing spray.
Super diverse. You can put this in shampoo, carpet cleaners. You can actually dilute this in a spray bottle as well, and you can clean, like I did all of our outdoor patio furniture with this spring. So you can use this a ton of ways. As far as laundry goes, I like this one probably because I'm a little lazy and it just seems easier to me to like stick a pump in.
Oh, okay.
This is enzyme based, so this is really good at getting organic smells like sweat. So my son plays lacrosse, Matt golfs, I run. the baby has all sorts of organic stains. And so this works amazing. But when I got this bottle, I was like, what? I was like, this is going to last my family like a week. Like you said, I usually do 1 or 2 loads of laundry a day.
Right.
So when I saw this tiny little bottle, I was like, no way. But then as I was reading, you know, looking at it more, there's actually, I don't know if you can see, but there's 215 loads in this tiny little bottle.
Wow.
So there's no fillers, there's no extra water in here. It's super concentrated. So when I went and looked at my, I was like 215 loads. Well, how much does my, you know, Tide bottle have? So we had the big one that laid on its side with.
Oh, you mean unnamed proprietary brand, right?
Yeah, right. Oops, sorry.
Yeah, no, it's all good.
And I looked, and that only had 95 loads on that huge bottle.
Wow.
So this is this actually lasts quite a long time, a couple months at least in our home. And I said, like I said, I'm doing 1 to 2 loads a day for 4 people. So 4 people who wear like 8 outfits a day, by the way. I don't know if that's like that at your house.
Oh my gosh, eight outfits is an understatement. We had to start telling Tessa that she's not allowed to pick out new outfits throughout the day because she doesn't put them back. It ends up becoming this pile of clean clothes on the floor that she will never again wear unless it gets transported back to her room, folded in a basket. So we bought a Monday through Friday clothing hanging thing for her and said, "Listen, here's your options. You can."
That's a good idea.
Oh yeah, no, that's it. Until you get functionally capable of washing the laundry.
So that's the 4th product, and like I said, that comes in the Safe Haven 5 too, and you get to pick if you want the liquid or the detergent. They're both biodegradable. They're both septic safe. There's no phosphates, no sulfates, no chlorine or bleach, no fillers, no animal testing, no dyes or fragrance. And like we know that laundry detergent is bad, like chemically for us, because we don't even use it on our babies, right? Like we go and get a special laundry detergent to use for our babies because we know that it's bad, yet we still use it on ourselves, which is kind of crazy.
Right.
And then I was, you know, as I started learning more about chemicals, I found out that there's 2 times when you're like most at risk for body burden with chemicals. And that's going to be when you're a baby, obviously. But it's also when you're going through puberty because their cells are rapidly growing and changing as well. So they're kind of in that danger zone as well. And that was a big wake up for me because I was so worried about the baby all the time, but I have this 12-year-old that I was like, whatever. You know, I didn't think about that. I didn't think of him as like a fragile cell growing human being.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, I mean, maybe emotionally fragile, but
yeah. Oh, definitely.
Oh my goodness.
So also one of the things with this is it has no optical brighteners. And I wanted to ask you about this actually because another girl on our team, her husband is an officer, and she said that she can't wash his clothes in anything with an optical brightener.
So the vest, so funny story. I used to have Tessa's job, if you will, was to wash the panels to my ballistic vest, and you can't use anything with that got any sort of corrosive in it. So I would just get a wet rag and hand it to her and say, completely soak this to the point of, you know, making the floor a giant mess for mom, and then let it air dry, you know. So yeah, no, you can't because it'll degrade so it's all, and I can't even think of the word right now. The Kevlar, there we go. The Kevlar is woven. So when you wash it, you know, either with a chemical or whatnot, it breaks down that weave and it can start to fracture it. You know, you don't even see it, but now, you know, God forbid, you know, you need it to save your life. It's not going to. So, yeah.
Right. So also she was saying like, so the optical brighteners are what, they basically trick your eyes into thinking that your clothes are cleaner than they are. And she was saying something with the night vision.
Oh, well, I've never tried it, but but I've heard that. Yeah. The same thing with blue lights, black lights, whatever you will. You know, different, you know, nastiness shows up with it.
Yeah. So I don't know what kind of in police enforcement he's in that he's I don't know.
Eh, it's
Anyway,
yeah.
that was just a side.
Yeah,
I was
no.
like,
I mean, it makes
you know
sense. The other thing too is I think what do you call it? Firefighters, they can't wash a lot of their stuff with anything that's degrading. Any of the any NASCAR or race car drivers with the Kevlar suits, same thing. Anything that's made of
yeah, that
Kevlar,
makes
anything
sense.
that breaks down, fire retardant things, they can't be washed with anything other than basically, I guess, what you're holding now. So I'm gonna go hit up all my race car
that makes
driver
sense.
friends with this. I have one. No, I have
So
two.
then
Anyway.
the fifth item in the Safe Haven 5 is going to be the cleaning paste, and that's actually exclusive. You can only get it in the Safe Haven 5.
Okay.
And so this is just going to be basically, Norwex calls it the elbow grease in a jar. So that's going to help with anything that, you know, you need that extra scrubbing power, like soap scum on your glass window, you know, your glass shower doors.
How about finger
glass
paint that's
stovetop.
randomly placed throughout the house on the walls?
What is it?
Finger paint, crayons.
Oh yeah. So Norwex calls this elbow grease in a jar. I call this the kids saver because I feel like those things that you were talking about when your kids destroy your home.
Right.
This is going to help. I have a friend at work. I had just started selling Norwex, and she was like, she had just moved into a house. They had just redone the hardwood floors, and she was like, my son got nail polish all over the hardwood floors. Is there anything you have for me?
Oh,
and
no.
I was like,
Oh boy, do I.
I was like, I don't think so. I was like, but let me, you know, go home and ask around. And so I asked, you know, my team, I was like, help. And they were like, oh yeah, just use the cleaning paste. So I was like, all right. So I went home. Actually, I went to Home Depot and I got some flooring samples because I was not going to try it on my own floor. So I put some nail polish on here and I used the cleaning paste, and I actually made a video, and I'm glad I was, because you can hear I'm like, oh my God, it's working. But things like Sharpie, I put a Sharpie marker on this tile here.
A lot of Sharpie all over our house.
So it has it actually comes hard packed. It's like a chalk in here, a hard packed chalk.
All right.
It's actually made out of marble flour, coconut oil, and natural soap. And you can see I've been using this for a year doing demos and stuff. And like, this is how much is gone. And I use this for our personal use in our house too.
Wow.
So it lasts a really long time. You just take a damp Enviro cloth and
Microfiber.
You're gonna rub it on the chalk, and that's gonna make the paste on your cloth.
Okay.
And then you can just go.
Wow, look at that. That's amazing.
Yeah.
I have an applause
So
somewhere
like
on
you
here, I
said,
think.
Crayon. I don't know at what point my son went from having totally trashed
This
sneakers
episode.
to now they have to look like they came out of the box every day. But it's great for scrubbing that, you know, the rubber part.
Okay. Look at that. I knew my applause was somewhere around here.
It's great on like rust. It's great hard water stains. I actually use this on the headlights on my car. They're starting to get a little
get out.
foggy.
Yeah, that haze that gets on there and you can't get off.
Yeah. So I use this. And that's the 5 products you can use. This is gonna replace like all your scrubbing things. So like your Ajax, your Mr. Clean your Mr. Clean erasers, your Barkeeper's Friend. So just those 5 products, you can clean 90% of your house with just those 5.
Wow. So it's gonna essentially free up a lot of storage space for us to find new junk to hide in the cabinets.
So much storage space. Yeah, so you clean everything with this. You dry it, any of your shiny surfaces with this. You have your duster, and then you have your laundry detergent, and you have your, you know, your scrubbing stuff.
Okay.
And so like, that's like where you start.
That's just the beginning.
Then we have the mop. Those do your floors. the mop is kind of like the coveted product. So a lot of people host parties to get their mop. Our rewards are like, our host rewards are amazing, and I haven't even gotten to like sit down and talk to you about like everything that you're going to be getting as a consultant, because although like we were saying before, Norwex has a lot of different rules, more to protect us as consultants, but they do have things like they let us double dip, so you can host your own party.
Huh.
And so any orders you're getting, you're also earning host rewards.
Okay.
So you're making money and you're earning free Norwex.
Oh, look at that. That's going to be, I'm going to host my first party. That's how that's going
Yeah,
down.
I didn't even get to tell you that. And like they have cute things. So the host rewards like change every month. They usually have some limited edition like items on there. So this, I want to show you this because this is one of the things this month, and it's the cutest thing ever.
Oh my goodness. What
So
on earth is that?
I know, right? Like, what is this crazy weird thing? So, this is one of our kids' pet to dry.
Okay.
They come in some really cute different animals. The shark, like I said, is limited edition. You could only get that for hosting a party in September. But they have a dragon, they have a unicorn. So what these are actually like a bathroom hand towel.
Huh.
They're really soft. The kids ones have this little Velcro loop to hook it on there, so their towel isn't falling off all the time.
Look at
We
that.
have some adult ones too. They're a little bigger. They don't have a cute.
Oh, that's what I was going to ask you. Is there going to be a shark on there or anything? Or
Hi.
that's what I was going to ask you. If there's a shark for the adult one too or not?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think a lot of adults get the kids ones. I have a few customers who I know don't have any kids.
That's awesome.
And they've definitely ordered some dragons. So,
Yeah. That would look lovely in the Gomez residence. All 5 kids would absolutely love this thing.
yeah. So my daughter, like, thinks the baby shark is the coolest thing ever, and she wants to wash her hands like 100 times a day now, which I don't know if that's a good thing or not. But the cool thing about this, so our body products are just the same. They're going to remove 99% of bacteria as well. So we all know, we've seen all these videos over the last like few months of how to properly wash your hands.
Right.
And I don't know about you,
Yeah.
but if I'm like in a public restroom right now and I see someone washing their hands, I'm judging them.
Right. Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Like, did you just sing happy birthday 2 times? Because this seems really fast
Yeah.
for you washing your hands right now.
Hand washing shame is almost as real as mask shame.
It's so real. So yeah, the great thing about these, like I have the adult one in our guest bathroom because I don't have to worry about when people are over my house if they're not washing their hands really well. I know that this is getting, anything that they missed, and it kind of gets in between your fingers. And so yeah, that's like
awesome.
a really fun thing. They have a bunch of kids stuff. It's so cute. Like there's a whole kids line that you can get, the EnviroCloth, the dusting mitt and stuff like that. So I say get your kids cleaning like as soon as possible.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Listen, little helpers around the house. Yeah, it's perfect.
When they're little, they think it's fun, and then like, as they get a little older, like you just train them to do it a little better as they go.
I'm all about indoctrination.
I'm all about the kids cleaning. So yeah, I'm so excited that you're joined our team.
Right, that's right. So I guess all right. So you host a party, you sell stuff. What if if somebody watching wants to become a consultant as well? Do I recruit them? Do they become one of my people?
Yeah. Yeah. So I didn't really know I wanted a team until I had a team.
Huh.
For me, it wasn't really about the money. Like when I started doing Norwex,
Sure.
I was on maternity leave still at the time, and I kind of was having a hard time because I knew I was going to be at work less, and I was going to be at home more. And that's great. Like I love my kids. I love being a mom. It's like my favorite thing. But I was
You don't have to lie, it's
losing something.
Right.
And when I started Norwex, it really gave me like a purpose again. You know,
Okay.
it gave me, I don't know, it just gave me something to do. If that sounds terrible, but
No. Listen, I get it. I've, the world post COVID, or however you want to look at it, it's entirely different. People are trying to find different ways to earn an income, or even just a couple of bucks on the side, which for me, that's my thing. I
right.
live for side hustles.
Yeah. Always a good hustle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so for me, it wasn't about the money at first. Then I started making money, and like I love money, and
Yeah.
I'm the same
Who
way.
doesn't?
Like any money I can get, like give me the money. I'm very like incentive driven too. I've found out with myself, like if you give me a prize, I am like going for it.
Yeah. Oh no, absolutely. My competitive nature is probably what's going to actually make me successful with this.
Right. So I never really considered myself like a competitive person because I wasn't competitive like really in sports.
Okay.
But I was like in every club there was in high school.
Sure.
I held, I was the president of the Rotary Interact Club. I was on the National Honor Society. I was the secretary. I was the president of the ski club. And like when we left high school, I kind of like just lost all that, right? Like I didn't know. And so it's funny, I didn't really know that I missed all that, like being involved with that stuff until I started my team.
Okay.
But the cool thing is like you can start your team, right? Even knowing nothing because you've got me and you're on my team.
Team Nikki.
So I'm gonna support your team because they're my team too.
Right.
And then like, as you grow and you want to branch off and you're like, hey, I'm taking my team, like you'll still be part of my team, but you can go and like, be the boss of that team. That's like cool too.
Yeah, my
but
kind of party.
I have girls like they've recruited a couple people. They're not ready to take over like a leadership role,
Sure.
but they're when you get 3 people under you, you start making a commission. So I tell everyone like, don't be afraid to start a team. Like I'm here for you. You can join under that, they can join under you. And if you want to, take them over in the future, that's fine. If you just want me to help support them, that's fine too. So.
Okay. Excellent. All right. Well, listen, are you down to play a game of Would You Rather?
Oh my gosh. So I watch your show.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm a little scared, but yes.
Woo! All right. Would You Rather is brought to you by Poddex. My show is powered by Poddex. Head to poddex.com. Yeah. Use checkout code danapeloso for a 10% discount. So, Nichole, let's see. Would you rather have your jaws wired shut for a month, your jaw wired shut for a month, drinking only out of a straw, or would you rather wear an eye patch for a year?
Oh, this is easy for me. This is not even a question.
Okay.
So,
it is a question, but
my dad was in a really bad car accident when I was in college, and he shattered his jaw. And so he begged not to have his mouth wired shut. And I don't really know why the surgeon like listened to him, but he was like, if you promise not to eat anything for 3 months, I won't wire it shut. He was like, but if you come back, they actually had to like, my mom had to bring pictures of him in like currently and like what he looked like earlier. So they could like they knew what his jaw looked like.
Yeah.
So they could redo it. So it was pretty messed up. But my mom, she became like the liquid chef.
Oh.
So she was making him like lobster bisque in the blender and all that stuff. So I'm wiring my mouth shut. I'm good. I have like a 5-star chef in the blender.
Yeah. All right. So eye patch it in. Oh no, you're wiring your mouth shut. So you're opting to wire it shut.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Do it.
All right. Listen, I'd be all about the eye patch.
Maybe
And
I'll lose a couple pounds too. Like,
oh,
I don't
stop
think
that.
that's a bad thing.
I would talk like a pirate nonstop for an entire year with that eye patch.
For a whole year?
Yeah, Arr, matey. All right, next one.
So you'd have your mask on in your
Yeah. Listen, I'd have 3/4 of my face protected. COVID's not touching me. All right.
Okay.
So would you rather have your face printed on money or have your own small town named in your honor?
Ooh. I'm gonna go with. Ooh, I don't know.
Yeah, listen, I would love Danaville, so I'm going with the small town named in my honor.
I know. I think I might go with the town too.
The city of Dana.
Because I feel like people would be like, "Oh, what did she do?"
Right? Yeah. No, then they'll be like, oh, she sold Norwex. There you go.
Yeah.
She has single-handedly.
She single-handedly saved our planet.
That's right. That's right. Oh, Erin wants her face on money. Alex wants the small town as well. So we got 3 people that are renaming towns after themselves today, and then we can pay in our town using the dollar bills with Erin's face on them.
I like that. That could be our currency.
There you go. Would you rather spend? Would you rather spend the night in a dumpster or a porta potty?
Oh, dumpster.
Yeah, I hate porta toilets. They're scary.
So I grew up. Our house was connected to my parents' business.
Yeah.
And so we had businesses there, so we all had dumpsters.
Oh yes. So you're telling me that you've slept in a dumpster already?
I mean, I didn't sleep in one, but I do remember at the time, a couple doors down, it's like a hobby shop now, but it was like a paint store, and they sold flooring there.
Huh.
And their daughter actually used to babysit us. But I remember my sister and I, there wasn't really like food or anything there, but we would go jump in their dumpster and get like floor samples and old like wallpaper books and stuff for our Barbie houses. But I remember somebody, it might have been Amanda Riveras, was at our house, and her dad came to like pick her up. My mom was like, "Oh, I think they're in the dumpster."
They're all out back dumpster diving right now, looking for cans.
They're all out in the dumpster, yeah. Yeah, the dumpster is no stranger to me.
That's awful. All right, last one. Would you rather never be able to use search engines again or never use smartphone apps again? Which I think is kind of one and the same, but we'll go with it.
Oh my God. So I'm going to go with them never using a search engine again, because Norwex dropped an app this week.
Come on.
Yeah. So the Norwex app is amazing.
I love how you've even managed to get Norwex into the game of Would You Rather.
Wait, so I was saying that I didn't like really try and build a team. It just kind of happened.
Yeah.
Do you like that we started out that you were going to feature me on your thing, and I somehow we just ended up you joining my team?
Yeah, no, it's incredible. The old switcheroo. It's the ball under a cup trick. So that was
I didn't even ask you. You just wanted to do it.
I know it. That was our episode of Poddex today. Of Would You Rather. And that is it for that one. Thank you again. So
that wasn't too bad.
No. I try to keep it, fairly simple and, have fun with it. Poddex.com. Use checkout code danapeloso for your 10% discount. So that is about it for today. Nichole, do you have anything else you want to tell us about Norwex?
Yeah,
Other than
so
it's
I want
pretty
to
much
tell
amazing.
people if they want to place an order to go to your website.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Go to my website. What's my website?
So I believe your website is going to be danapeloso.norwex.biz. B-I-Z.
All right. So danapeloso.norwex.biz. All right. So if somebody wants to buy from me, reach out to me, and once I figure out exactly what the website is, but it should be. Hang on, let me see if I can put it in here for you. So we got danapeloso.norwex. Oh boy, I added a C somewhere in there. Hang on a minute. .norwex.biz, like marquee. All right. All right, perfect. So anybody who wants to buy yourself some Norwex products can now shop from your good friend Dana here. Here I am selling stuff. Oh, look at that. It did work. Alex put it up as well. So I'll tell you all about your not chamois and your 200. What did you say? It was 200 hair microfiber something?
One 200th of a human hair.
Okay, so the microfiber, Erin, is 1/200th of a human hair. And you can wear gloves so that you don't cry throughout all the cleaning of the house. Maybe my house will be clean again.
I think maybe you should just do all the cleaning, Dana.
Oh, yeah, I can't wait for Anna to chime in on that one. But the toilet cleaner is also available. That's not sold out like everything else in the half of America right now.
No, so I have to say, our company, we do have some things on back order right now that are backed up, but they've been so good about getting things back in stock, or really, I don't know, they've been really good. Like it's their goal not to be sold out of everything.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, so they've done actually a really amazing job. I think the company has grown 300% since March.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, so
people need to clean.
Yeah, you're not kidding, especially now with the bird flu floating around.
Right.
So that said, go to my site, danapeloso.norwex.biz. Buy some stuff. Buy some toilet cleaner. Buy the elbow grease in a jar. A giant fuzzy shark. Well, Nichole, thank you very much, and obviously thank you for watching. I love that that I've got fans now, and this is great. So, I will definitely be in touch with some. I'll need some help getting this thing up and running, I'm sure.
Yeah, but we can do that.
Excellent. So I'm going to be hosting a party soon, ladies and gentlemen. Alex, Becky, whoever else. Party. All right. So that is all for today. Again, thanks to my sponsors, Tranquility and Company, TRANQUCO.com. For all your handmade candles and soaps, French River Auto Detailing, and Rock Solid Solutions. And last but not least, powered by Poddex. Poddex.com. Use checkout code Dana Peloso, and you can get yourself a 10% discount. Nichole, thank you. It's been great. Do you like how I didn't tell the story about first grade and you cried when Mom left?
I knew you were going to talk about it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, it's just morphed into, like, instead of me crying every day, by the way, I did that up until college. Like, I still cried the first day of school. But now I just cry on my kid's first day of school. And my son is like, what is wrong with you?
What's your problem? Why are you crying? Excellent. Well, thank you very much, Nichole. I will talk to you soon. Thank you again, everybody, for watching. Tune in again next Friday. I hopefully, fingers crossed, will not be sick next Friday like I was the last couple of weeks. But hopefully on the up and up, we're going to have some, I've got some decent guests lined up coming up shortly. I can't even talk. But that is all. Thank you for tuning in. Friday is 10 a.m.